Started at the bottom, now we black entrepreneurs. It look good on us too. It look good. Hey.
What up? This is the Literacy Kings podcast, man. Appreciate y'all checking us out for another episode. We still in our Bitcoin series where we breaking down the book Bitcoin for a beginner's guide to Bitcoin. And so today is more technical. You know, today is
application steps.
Application. Now, this is where if you didn't research, you listen to the show, you rocking with it, you want to get you.
The boys didn't convince me.
You know what I'm saying? You want to get you some Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Then this is the show where this the episode where you can figure out, okay, exactly how do I go about that. So we gonna hit the basics of it. It could be as little or as lot. You know what I'm saying? As you want it to be for as how deep it goes. You know, like we talked about on the show, it's boys that they got their Bitcoin in caves in Switzerland.
Man.
You know, so
I'm not playing no games with that.
You feel me? So it can go as deep as you want it to go. You know what I'm talking about? So we're gonna bust that down today. Appreciate you checking us out. Make sure you rate, you review, you trapping and tracking with us on Instagram as well as Patreon. Jay with the NBA, how you feeling?
You know, we get people to say, so how you do it?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I know I do this. So this is the answer episode.
How you do it?
To those people, man. So I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Corey taught me.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to know, Corey taught me. So, and then after application steps, I'm like, oh man, I got it. Mm-hmm. And then I've transferred more since then. So
yeah. So one thing I'll say before we get started is you can look at it two ways. There is still friction in the process of buying and storing Bitcoin. It's not as easy as it is with some other things.
Friction is hard.
That's
a tough word. I would say we are in a society of convenience.
Okay, true.
And Bitcoin has not risen yet to that level of convenience
that we're used to.
But it's getting there.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So the good thing about that, though, that just tells me opportunity.
Right.
That's all that tells me.
Growth.
Right. Growth, opportunity. All right, let's get into it. We ain't gonna take too much time with this one, man. So, all right, you want to get you some Bitcoins. Want to know how to do it? Here you go. Okay, so first thing is you can buy Bitcoin on several different platforms. PayPal, Robinhood, Cash App, all these different platforms, Coinbase, they allow you to buy. First thing I want to say is PayPal and Robinhood are two to remember that when you buy Bitcoin on those apps, you can't just pull it off of the app and put it in what we'll talk about is like your hardware wallet. It's staying on those platforms. That's why I personally don't use PayPal or Robinhood to buy Bitcoin, because I want to buy it on the platform, take it off of the platform, and store it in my digital wallet, which we'll explain.
Yeah, it stays in your, it stays on the exchange.
Yeah.
So you look at it, you can look at it, you can control it for now. You can buy and sell it. It's like stock.
Yeah, because the way you may ask, like, well, why would I even do it? Because you can still use it. So like if I buy $100 of Bitcoin on Robinhood and I go into a coffee shop, it's some coffee shops that accept Bitcoin. I know when I was in Florida, they had a crypto coffee shop. And so I can go into the crypto coffee shop and I can buy a cup of coffee, and I can open up my Robinhood and it's a little QR code, and I can look at how much I owe. I owe $5, and I type in $5, and then the coffee shop place will scan my QR code and they'll get their $5. So I can still use it in the app, but I can't remove all
it stays
of
on
it.
the exchange.
It stays on there. So that's how that works. So okay, private keys is a common term. So he said, if you do not hold your own private keys, the Bitcoin is not really yours. If someone else holds your private keys, like PayPal or Robinhood or any other cryptocurrency exchange, you do not control your own Bitcoin. All right, not your keys, not your coin. All right.
So it's like just like money. If the money is in the bank, you say, "Oh, that's my money. That's my money. That's my money." But if they stop the bank run and shut it down, you can't get that out. So it's similar to that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So okay, we have a few terms that we're gonna go through. Okay. So private keys, that's the number, the key. That number is the key to getting your Bitcoin. Just think about it like that. Remember, all of this is digital. All of this is done digitally on the blockchain. So, okay. Jay go, all right, let me buy some Bitcoin. All right. So he go and he paid $100 to get Bitcoin, right? When he paid $100 to get that Bitcoin, he's gonna receive $100 worth of Bitcoin, and it's gonna be assigned a private key. That's how you when you buying it online. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna have a private key. So if you have a Robinhood account, that Robinhood account is gonna have a private key for the crypto, right? That you can get to it. So that's your private key. Okay. The next term after private key is we're gonna talk about public address.
Right.
The private key is how you open the safe to get your Bitcoin out. Okay. Public address is just like it sounds. That's what you can show. If you look in the show notes right now, we have our public address, our Bitcoin public address. That's how you can send Bitcoin. You can receive it. All right. So the private keys is how you access it. The public address, that's how you can receive it.
Right.
Okay. Public address kind of like an email or something like that, right?
Main thing I remember is private versus public. Private is just for you. It's more like password, more like that. It's just this is personal. This is for me only. Your public address is all on all kind of databases, like your house. It's like it's all on your appraisal district's website. It's saying your name on it, stuff like that. So the only thing is with Bitcoin, it doesn't say
who name your name,
but the address is public.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so all right, we got that, right? So you bought you some Bitcoin, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got your private keys, all right? You understand your public address to send the Bitcoin, all right? Now, you can keep Bitcoin on the exchange, like we talked about. When you start to accumulate a significant amount, whatever significant to you, could be $100. Be $1,000. It could be $50. Whenever you start to accumulate a significant amount, or if you just do it off the muscle, you don't want to leave your Bitcoin on those exchanges. Right. So I use Cash App and Coinbase Pro. It's a difference. So Coinbase got the regular app, you know what I'm saying? Then they have Coinbase Pro, which is kind of like a high level of verification, and it allows you to trade and stuff like that. And the fees are different. So that's the thing. Each one of these different exchanges are gonna have different fees to buy Bitcoin. I found Cash App has smaller fees, so that's why I used Cash App. Coinbase Pro probably has the lowest fees, but it's a little more steps. Right. You got to transfer the money over, and then you got to, place your market order, and it's a little more steps. It's not as easy. So I usually use Cash App. So okay, once you buy it,
What I'm saying is, for a novice like myself, I'm no crypto pro like Corey Paul, but the little difference in fees is well worth it in the convenience of the Cash App.
oh yeah.
So
definitely.
you say, oh man, this fee might be $1.20, and this fee might be $1.50. Right? That 30 cent right now is not gonna be as valuable as the ease of the Cash App and the functionality of it and being user friendly to where you're like, oh, okay, I can control my Bitcoin more. I actually know what I'm doing. So the few little fee is not high enough. The difference is not high enough. To in my opinion, to substitute the ease of use.
You don't want it to be a barrier of entry.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely don't want it to be a barrier of entry, because once you start getting ready to make bigger moves and all of that, then you'll start to learn more, and as you learn more, that stuff will be easy as well. Working Cash, Coinbase Pro, and all that stuff. So, okay, so so you want to pull it off of the exchange. So what you want to get is called it's called a hardware wallet, right? It just some of them can look just like a USB. Yeah, it can look like a USB. Ledger is a popular brand name, and Trevor, is it Trevor? Yeah, it's another popular popular brand name.
I'm sorry, Trezor, Trezor.
Trezor, yeah, Trezor. Yeah, those are two popular ones. So what this is just that it's a digital wallet. It's a digital hardware wallet.
It's cold storage, like
like
Yo Gotti when he used to keep his money in the freezer. He said he was in his mama's house back in the day. He went in the freezer get a popsicle. There's money in there. It's cold storage. Hot storage is when it's actually stored online. Yeah. Right? And cold storage is you're taking it offline. Right. Yeah, so there's this, you're wondering, what does cold mean? What does that mean? Because that's something I had to learn. So, yeah.
Yeah, and because if, when you put your money in the bank, banks are insured. They're federally insured for up to a certain amount. Is it $250? Remember what the amount?
$250,000.
$250,000. They insured, meaning the Fed is saying, "Hey man, up until this amount, we'll back you if something happens. We'll cover your losses." Bitcoin is not. I repeat, it is not insured.
This is not a test.
You know what I'm talking about? Your Bitcoin gone. Your Bitcoin is gone. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. And in the past, exchanges have gotten hacked before. Exchanges have gotten hacked before, and boys, Bitcoin is gone, and that's just that, Jack. Ain't nobody to cry to.
That's a fact, Jack.
You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nobody to cry to. So before we get into the basic way of digital wallets and how they work, know what you're buying. So Correct. You got Bitcoin, you got Bitcoin Cash, you got Bitcoin Gold, you got Bitcoin SV.
All them derivatives.
Yeah, it's a bunch of knockoffs out there in the market. They call them forks. Well, boys didn't try to create their version of a Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like them Louis Vuitton knockoff handbags.
Yeah.
You could think about it like that.
Yeah. So BTC, you want regular. What is it? I forget the comedian. He was like talking about the weed man having all different kind of weed.
Yeah,
like,
you want the strand. You want the strand BTC.
BTC. I want regular weed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want BTC.
It's the only time the Reggie is good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you want the regular, don't? Because boys accidentally will be buying the wrong Bitcoin. I don't mess with none of them other Bitcoins.
They say Bitcoin, man. Yeah. That ain't it.
Nope. That ain't it. That ain't that,
say
Jack.
BTC, man.
BTC, regular Bitcoin. Shouldn't be no additives.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay. So now, when you get ready to transfer your Bitcoin from the hot storage online to your cold storage, right? You're gonna have to set up your digital hardware.
Right.
And that's a process within itself. And it's going to give you all the instructions on how to do it. And when you're setting it up, it's imperative that you pay attention. And it's going to even give you so many words that you need to remember that you can write down, put them in a safety deposit box. Because if something ever happened with your hard drive, your hardware, that's how you can.
That's your recovery.
That's your recovery key. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole setup process with that. He walks through it in his book. But when you buy the hardware,
Ledger has because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Like Corey had told me, and then I was like, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
But when I bought my Ledger and I actually went through the steps, right? When you buy the Ledger and you take it out the box or whatever,
Plug it in.
Yeah, you plug it in. It has setup steps, and then it said go to this website, which is the Ledger's software, and then you follow the steps on setting it up, and then that's when I hit you. I was like, bro, I got it, bro.
Yeah, it walk you
Yeah,
through.
walk me through
yeah.
it. Yeah. So,
and make sure you're buying it from the official Ledger site. I wouldn't buy.
Don't get
off,
remixed.
Yeah,
I'm telling you
then
now.
off Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace.
Buy it with the wrapper on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Buy it straight in the box. Okay. Because you can get finessed to where they send your crypto to another's address. They could program it with software, and as soon as you plug it in, it'll snatch your crypto and send it to where they pre-programmed it to do it.
And that's
so
it.
Don't get them crypto jack boys.
Yeah,
is out. I'm telling you now.
Yeah. So make sure you buy it from the official site. So that's gonna be the process. So then you can take it offline, and then I take it from being online, take it offline, and then from there it's a real simple process. Whenever you want some, if you want to check it come with an app. You can plug it in, look at the prices, and it's real good. You can even put other type of cryptocurrency on there.
And as time is going, more and more coins are being added to the ability to take offline.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
See, at first, you can only do Bitcoin, Ethereum, like the big dogs, right? But now, as the more and more you go, like Ledger just saying, now you can add this coin to Ledger.
I'm pretty sure they letting you put Doge on there.
Yeah. So the more time passes, everybody's in a learning space right now. So just all you have to do, don't be discouraged, just get into the learning space. Like that's basically what I had to do. Just submerge yourself into the learning space. Like, okay, let me just learn how it goes, because everybody's learning and there's updates that's coming out. Oh, now you can do this. Now we've upgraded. Now you can do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what makes crypto, and this is kind of a side note, but that's what makes crypto a really dope spot to get in, because if you care and if you learn, you can have a voice just like anybody else. Because it's still so new and it's being updated. It's not like, oh, these people are the authority, you know what I'm saying, on it, and nobody else. Nah, like
ain't been here long enough.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you take time, like me and Jay probably gonna know more about crypto than 90% of the people in any room we go into.
Yeah, I've been in some rooms trying to talk about crypto.
Just because we read a book.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just because we read a book and we actually bought some and applied it. We going to automatically know more than most people, you know what I'm saying, about it. And, and so you had that opportunity in the emerging asset class.
Just like anything else.
Anything else. Yeah. Possession of your recovery seed, that's them numbers, them words I was telling you about, equals ownership of your Bitcoin. So like when we did ours, we made a couple copies of it, safety deposit box, for mine, and then had Summer put it in another place, and
Ledger. When you buy a Ledger, they're gonna give you 3 or 4 cards, right? And it's gonna have I think 16 lines on it.
Yeah.
Right, and they're gonna tell you, this is how you set up your recovery seat. Right, they're gonna say, we don't have access. They're gonna Ledger tells you we don't have access to your recovery seat.
Only you do.
Only you do. So this is how you set it up properly.
I did it. Me and Summer did it together. I
Right.
needed 2 pair of eyes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
yeah,
as you
for
go
real.
through it, setting up the register, say, okay, this is your words. Write this word down. Boom. And then the next one, write that word down. Right. And before you know it, you have filled up the card that they give you to write your recovery seat on. Right.
And one day it's gonna be crazy to think back at this time when this is what you had to do.
They used to have to do this back in the day.
Yeah.
Man, y'all crazy.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. That's
But
how you know you're.
That's how I set it up, and you just make copies of that on the other card. You just write.
Yeah.
Okay, after I wrote this card, all right, bet. So now I can write this down, right? And it's 3. They send you 3 cards.
Yeah. So you
Right?
can have them copies of it.
Yeah. So, and like I said, I know about Ledger. I'm looking into getting a Trezor, because Trezor got screens on it. It's like the Apple version. You know what I'm saying? So, but I can work a Ledger pretty decent. That's how they send it in there. Everything in the box was cool. It's like you could really understand it. You're like, oh, okay. If you're somewhat competent, you can read and follow directions, you can set up a Ledger. So I don't want you to feel like it's too much, it's overwhelming. Because I thought that at first. I was like, hey man, this look like, and it's called cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? For the average dude in the hood, you like,
Yeah, man. This
you know
might
what
have
I'm
to
saying?
pass me.
I might have to get some help on that. But no, you can.
That's good. Yeah, man. And then from there, you just keep that mug safe. You know what I'm saying? You got it. You got your crypto on there. You got your code wrote down and everything. You keep it safe. Whatever safe is for you. Some people put theirs in the safety deposit box. People put it in a fireproof box. Keep it at the crib. You know what I'm saying? You got different ways to go about it. And that's the basic process, man.
Yeah.
That's really it when it comes to buying and storing your crypto. So don't let people make it harder than it need to be, man. Once you start doing it like anything else, it'll make sense. Even if you're listening to this show and like, man, I hear y'all, that sound like a lot. Nah, bro, once you start messing with it, it'll make sense. It's just because maybe you never did it before, you never heard of it before. So it's like going somewhere for the first time, it seemed far. You know what I'm saying? And then the ride home always seemed like it's faster. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, y'all know I'm big on application. So, I started with $10
Yeah.
on the Cash App.
Yeah. Testing it out.
Yeah, testing it out, and I was like, man, if I mess up and I send this $10 worth of Bitcoin somewhere and it's lost in space forever,
Yeah.
I'm gonna think about that $10, but I ain't gonna trip on it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
$10.
yeah.
But I didn't even lose that 10.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Cash App is like, it's hard to mess up if you're doing it on Cash App because it won't let you proceed. You know what I'm saying? Until you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like you have to know, all right, when they give you this code, okay, now you can transfer.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I said if you start out, you might want to start Cash App first.
Yeah.
And it's teaching you that, you see this address right here, you see this long address right here, like, and then it'll teach you how to get to the other address and how you transfer and stuff like that. So Cash App will teach you the functionality of transferring crypto.
The reason I like Cash App is because, this is the Buffett in us, in me, where you look at the team, you know what I mean? And so Jack Dorsey, he's Square, Twitter, Cash App, all of that. And they're big on Bitcoin and have been for a while. You know what I'm saying? So they do a lot of innovation when it comes to Bitcoin and trying to further, you know what I'm saying, the progress of it, you know? So I'm always tapped into what they doing because they've shown like they even working behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to grow it out. So dope, man. You got anything else?
Get started, man.
Yeah.
It's the same advice that I tell people about the stock market. Bro, just get started, bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna figure it out, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
It's
just
really not that complicated.
It's really not. It's
really
not.
not
I know. Get past the name, please. Okay. Get past the name cryptocurrency.
Right. Yeah.
Cause I'm telling you, that's a lot of barriers. What that crypto thing they were telling you? What they talking about with all that?
As soon as you start telling people about, oh no, it's digital, and people tap out really quick.
If you can set up an iPhone,
oh yeah,
you can set up a crypto wallet.
Yeah, hands down.
Yeah,
hands down. Dope. That's what's up, man. Well, appreciate y'all joining us on another episode. We busting down this crypto journey. Now you know how to buy it, you know how to store it, you know how to keep it. You know what I'm saying? And after you get you some, hit the show notes. Our public address is in there. You want to test out how to send some Bitcoin?
Yeah, send your boy some.
Send Literacy Kings some Bitcoin. We'll let you know that we got it, man.
Right.
So look, make sure that you rate, make sure you review, make sure you rocking on Patreon, you following us on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Our Instagram be jumping. I ain't gonna lie, that IG be catching. I ain't gonna lie, man.
That IG be jumping, man.
I ain't gonna lie. Our Instagram be jumping, man. We just getting started. Oh, YouTube. Say, man, our YouTube jumping too now. No cap. You can go look, you know what I'm saying? Look it up for yourself. Look up Literacy Kings YouTube. You can just type in Literacy Kings. You can even go look at Corey Paul YouTube, because I be putting all the Literacy Kings stuff on there too. You know what I'm saying? So just plug in, man. Appreciate y'all. Until next time, we are the Literacy Kings. Love.
Started at the bottom, now we black entrepreneurs. It look good on us too. It look good.